And while you didn't socialize together frequently, you considered yourself a friend of Mr. Wade at that time.
Yes, we were friends at the time, yes.
All right. You are no longer business partners.
That is correct.
You are no longer friends.
I mean, if he's saying that we're not friends, then
I
yeah.
want to know what you think, Mr. Bradley. Do you consider yourself a friend of Mr. Wade?
I would consider,
Goes to potential bias. Ms. Cross.
would I consider myself a friend of Mr. Wade? I would.
You were asked questions, Mr. Bradley, about the circumstances under which you left the firm. Do you recall those questions?
I do.
All right. And you left the firm. The firm remained the same as far as other employees, Mr. Wade, Mr. Campbell, as the named partners of the firm. You were the one who left, correct?
That is correct.
And you termed it as a disagreement. You recall answering questions as though you left due to a disagreement. Yes?
Yes.
And that disagreement was that there was an allegation of sexual assault by an employee made against you, correct?
That is incorrect.
There was not an allegation that you
it's getting
assaulted,
interesting.
that you sexually assaulted one of the employees in the firm.
That is incorrect, but yes. Yes.
Yes, there was an allegation that you sexually assaulted a member of the firm, correct?
Yes, there was an allegation, yes.
And as a result of that allegation, you left.
I did.
You were no longer business partners with Mr. Wade.
That is correct.
The firm remained intact, and in fact, the employee involved remained with the firm, correct?
I'm not certain of that. They did leave the
throwing him
building,
under
of
the bus?
course. And I don't know, some of the employees did leave.
We'll see if he's a little more open on cross now.
Mr. Bradley, you in fact
Or
paid that
redirect.
employee $20,000, correct?
That is that is incorrect as far as what was, no.
On or about the time that you left the firm, and on or about the time that the allegation of sexual assault was made against you.
Wow.
Did you pay the person who had made the allegation of sexual assault any amount of money?
There was money left in an escrow that belonged to me. I don't know what that amount was.
And did that money that was left in the escrow that belonged to you, was that paid to the employee who said that you sexually assaulted her?
I never signed any, I never gave any money. I left the money in the escrow account. What happened to that money? I can't,
How are they throwing this guy under the bus?
I don't know what happened to it.
For what purpose did you leave the money in the escrow account when you left the firm?
I left the money in the escrow account.
For what purpose, sir?
Don't let me forget my thought. He
There
admitted
was
they were
no
friends.
purpose.
You just left the money in the escrow account?
Yes,
If there's no connection to the money you left in the escrow account and the allegations of sexual assault that an employee of your firm made against you, why was it that you brought to my attention, or why did you respond the way you did about money in an escrow account when my question was, did you pay this employee any money?
I didn't hand any money. It was money from an escrow account, to my knowledge.
To your knowledge, where did the money in the escrow account go
To the employee.
to that employee?
This guy might be a little more chatty on redirect. Oh, and by the way, he admitted that they were friends now?
Was there one allegation or one incident of sexual assault with this employee, Mr. Bradley, or was there more than one?
What,
It's one
is
incident.
what does this have to do with anything?
Not
But go
two.
on, please.
To my knowledge, there were not two incidents, no.
I'm asking for incidents that you have been involved in. Were there two incidents where you sexually assaulted this employee?
No,
Allegedly.
I didn't sexual assault anybody.
Was there another occasion where you paid any money as a result of an allegation of sexual assault against you?
Holy shit.
No,
Oh,
Did you
now
sexually assault any clients of your firm?
allegedly.
no,
Never.
never.
Who's Anna Rodriguez?
Oh my goodness, this is gonna be. Hey, dude,
I don't
hey,
even know that name.
you just protected the
Don't
wrong
call a client
person.
named Anna Rodriguez?
Anna Rodriguez? No, I do not.
No honor among thieves.
Never met her.
I do not recall the name Anna Rodriguez.
Yep, this is whoa, damn, and shit. What does it have to do with kids?
I would object to this. I'm not sure what we're trying to do.
No, dude, let him do it. Let him do it. He'll talk. He'll
All
talk
right,
in
Ms.
redirect.
Cross.
Well, this clearly goes to the bias that the witness has towards Mr. Wade.
Bias
and other
that the
individuals, his motive
in what? He was protecting Wade, you dumbass.
and I believe it's an appropriate.
Look at his face. He's like, I was protecting him.
Exploring his credibility.
All right. At some point, though.
No, let it
I'm
go.
not.
It won't.
Go much further.
Okay.
By the way,
Judge, this
if
is allowed
Ashley,
to continue in this way, it does appear a little bit harassing, then is Mr. Bradley going to be excused from his privilege because...
that's what I just said.
That's what I was going to do. Don't do that yet.
Dude, shut your face. Sit down.
She's already done that.
She's already done it. Hey, dude, if you're
Your
listening,
Honor, I'm
they were
asking
friends.
all
They talked friendship
seriousness,
stuff.
That privilege, although...
Based on the answer right now, I think now we've opened up a whole area. What he has just responded to, he previously said was privilege. That doesn't sound like privilege to me. We'll have to address that when we go back through the run.
Holy shit. No, but what did Anna Cross just
Ms.
do?
Cross.
Keep going, Cross. Keep opening your big mouth.
Okay. Mr. Saydown.
Oh, is Anna Cross done? Did she realize that she just blew her own freaking case up? I so
You
want to know
were
what.
accused by Mr. Wade of misconduct in the course of your representation of Mr. Wade, correct?
I was not accused by Mr. Wade, no.
No,
Who
that's
accused
not what he
you?
said.
Did Mr. Wade not, based on the questions we just asked, did Mr. Wade not bring to your attention these sexual assault allegations?
Oh my goodness. I mean, that's wild. what
Ask
we
that
just
again,
saw.
please.
Mr. Wade brought to your attention the sexual assault allegations that you've been asked about by the prosecutor, correct?
Correct.
And at that time that Mr. Wade brought those allegations to your attention, you were still the attorney for Mr. Wade, correct?
Correct.
And therefore, your conduct as an attorney, and the attorney at that time for Mr. Wade was called into question by Mr. Wade's passing along to you allegations of misconduct, correct?
I object to that. I don't think that's.
Oh, you
factually
better
true.
sit
I don't
down,
know
Anna.
that
You've
that's
you've
not-
done
I know
more
that
than
that's
enough
not
damage.
Legally true. The attorney-client relationship is of a matter. It is not
Oh, she
initiated
realizes
by
she has just.
other instances.
It
or
was at
anything
that moment that
outside
Anna
that.
Cross realized she screwed
I'm not sure
up.
that that's accurate. He was accused
She
by
totally fucked
Mr.
up. There's
Wade,
there's
his
no question about
client.
it.
Accused by-
Do you mind if I speak? I allowed you to speak.
Don't yell at me.
Mr. Wade,
Sorry. Stop yelling.
accused this gentleman of misconduct in the performance
Of his
activity while
duty.
he's an attorney working with Mr. Wade and representing Mr. Wade. Those allegations of misconduct open up the question of whether or not he can defend himself by now discussing his confidential communications
wild.
with Mr. Wade in connection with the representation as well as the allegations. That's the position of the defense.
Understood. So what is the question you're putting?
My question I'm going to ask you now is, tell us what Mr. Wade told you about when he began his relationship with Ms. Willis.
All right. So where I think we are with this is that Mr. Bradley previously testified that the reason he left the firm was totally and completely covered by privilege. When asked by the state, he went into a factual scenario that, to my mind, I don't see how it relates to privilege at all. And so now I'm left wondering if Mr. Bradley has been properly interpreting privilege this entire time. And I think the only way I can cure that is by having that in-camera conversation with him.
May I suspend my redirect for you to have that conversation?
I think that makes sense. But is there anything else, though, that you were going to cover other than this
Yes,
issue?
he admitted they were friends. He said we
Ms.
were
Cross,
friends.
any
I thought he
reactions?
was my friend.
Only
we
to,
talked.
Your Honor, the premise of
please.
Mr.
I'm gonna go
Saydow's
see if
question
Ashley
was that
has
Mr. Wade
accepted my
accused
request.
Mr. Bradley of the sexual assault. That was not my question, and I don't believe that's factual. Though there was an employee who accused Mr. Bradley of sexual assault.
Okay. But regardless, though, the point is that the circumstances of his departure from the firm, from what I've now heard, had nothing whatsoever to do with his representation of a divorce. Is that fair?
My question,
I
I
wish
believe
they
the
heard me.
testimony has been that the circumstances of Mr. Bradley leaving the firm were related, I can't say how much, but certainly in a large part, based on the allegation of sexual assault that was made against him by an employee.
Okay, he said
And
they
his
thought.
previous testimony was that that was totally covered by privilege.
Yes, he lied.
Okay. All right. Other than this issue,
He's just said they were friends. He said, "Are you friends?" And he
which
says, "I thought
think
so."
we've covered at length.
So if he said they were
was
friends,
there any
as
other
friends,
questions based on Ms.
they
Cross's
surely had discussions of friends.
examination
Oh, come
from
on.
other defense counsel?
Ashley, listen to what I'm saying.
All right. With that understanding,
Don't do it.
can this witness be excused, Ms. Merchant?